So I want to talk to you about the ABCs of personal tutoring. So A is for awareness, and I'm breaking that down into 3 areas. So awareness of what services are available to you as professionals, but also what services are available to your students. So make yourself aware of what services are available within your own institution. The second part of awareness is about self-awareness. So promote self-awareness with your students. So what I mean by that is encourage students to be more aware of how they're engaging with their academic studies, how they're engaging with you as a personal tutor, but more importantly how they're engaging with each other. And give rounded feedback to your students so that they can increase their personal awareness. So that's rounded feedback in terms of offering enough support as well as challenge to the students. So increase your own self-awareness, reflect on how you conduct yourself at work. Do you over-check emails? Do you check your emails at 3 in the morning? Do you drive yourself academically? But be aware of your own attitudes to your own self-care and your own mental health. So the third aspect of awareness is about the quality of the relationship that you have with your students, and also the quality of the relationship the students have with each other. One of the things that we know is that students really learn a lot and gain a lot from having solid relationships with each other. So anything that you can do to promote awareness about how they're relating to each other will be a really positive, will have a really positive impact on your students. So B is for boundaries and balance. So I'm going to take boundaries first. Boundaries are really important in terms of you conveying what your limits are. One of the things that we know is that boundaries protect the most vulnerable as well as the most powerful. So it's really important that you're clear about the limitations in terms of the boundaries that you set with your students. So it's important to have balance in the curriculum. So balance things out in terms of deadlines, in terms of the teaching style, in terms of the balance of group work to one-to-one tutorials, but also balance the breaks. So have regular breaks along throughout the academic year. So the C of ABC is communication, connection and containment. So communication, it's really important that you communicate your boundaries, about the boundaries that you've set with your students. And what's really important is often our boundaries can change over time and we can forget to communicate those to students. So it's really important to remember that if you've decided to change your boundaries and limits of when you'll respond to emails or you'll move in deadlines, that you communicate that clearly with students. Communication between students is really important, and it's really important that you promote good communications between your students. We know that students respond really well to that. Some students that are shyer than others may need more encouragement, but it's really important that you encourage them and you encourage them to face that fear, because they will gain an awful lot from engaging with fellow students. So containment is really important, particularly when you're working with students that are distressed or stressed in some shape or form. So students that are attending their counselling service, it's not a good idea to ask them continually about how their counselling's going. But equally, they might want to come and talk to you about how their counselling's going. It's really important that you contain that by not over asking, not getting over involved in what's happening in their counselling, but containing it by acknowledging that the student wants to talk to you, but encouraging them to go back and talk to their counsellor. So in terms of containment, some students are more open about their feelings and want to talk about their feelings. Sometimes these students need help in containing their feelings, and so a top tip in terms of how to work with those students is to ask thinking questions, is to ground them in the thinking, is to acknowledge the feeling but to encourage them to think, and hold those clear boundaries with students that feel a lot. On the flip side of that is there are some students that really struggle to feel anything, and actually a really good tip with those students is to start naming those feelings for them. So if they look happy, is to say, you look happy today. If they look a bit downtrodden and a bit fed up, then actually you might just comment, oh, you look fed up, but be like a mirror for them. So make a comment in terms of what you think they might be feeling. So just to recap, the ABCs to personal tutoring are about awareness, balance and boundaries, connection, communication and containment.